In this video, we're going to talk about general equations involving fractions. So let's start by writing problem number 1. So we said that it is 2x plus 9 over 5 equals negative 11 over 5. So what we need to do is we need to work the same way as the two-step equations, but first we're going to work with fractions. So we're going to move negative 9 over 5 to the other side. So we have 2x equals negative 11 over 5 minus 9 over 5. Notice we have two fractions. For two fractions to be added or subtracted, we need to have the same common denominator. Here we do have a 5 and 5, so we can just add the numerators. But we have negative and negative, so we're going to have a negative on the numerator. So we have 2x equals, so negative 11 minus 9 is what? Negative 20. We keep the same denominator. It's the same denominator, so we have over 5. Now we can see that 20 over 5, we can divide it, so we have 2x equals negative 20 over 5 is negative 4. So now we can do divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals, this cancels, so we're left with x, and then negative 4 over 2 is what? Negative 2. And that's our final answer. So that concludes problem number 1. Now we're going to do problem number 2. Problem number 2 says that 3 over 2 minus 7 over 4 x equals 9 over 8. So here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move the 3.5 to the other side. So the left side we're going to have negative 7 over 4 x equals 9 over 8. We have a positive here, so we're going to move it to the other side. So we're going to have negative 3 over 2. So now negative 7 over 4 x equals, we're going to have to get a common denominator this time because 8 and 2 are not the same, so we have to make it an 8. We have to make the 2 an 8. So how do we do that? We multiply top and bottom by 4, so that way we get an 8 on the bottom, but whatever do to the bottom we need to do it to the top. So we're going to multiply this one by 4 over 4, this 3.5. That would be 3 times 4 is 12, and then 2 times 4 is 8. Now we do have common denominator, so we can just subtract them. So negative 7 over 4x equals 9 minus 12 is what? Is negative 3 over 8. Right here, what we can do to get rid of this negative 7 over 4 on the left side, and so we can leave x by itself, is we multiply by the reciprocal. We're going to multiply by negative 4 over 7. So this cancels because 4 over 4 cancels, 7 over 7 cancels, and then negative negative cancels. So we're left with x on the left side. But because we multiply by this, but the left side by negative 4 over 7, we need to do the same thing to this side. So this one we're gonna have to multiply by negative 7, or negative 4 over 7. Okay. Here right away we can, if you know fractions, you know we can cancel this one. 4 goes once, and how many times does 4 goes into 8? 2. So on top we're left with negative 3 times negative 1, which is what? Positive 3, and then 2 times 7 is 14. So we're left with positive 3 over 14, and that's our final answer. As you can see, this general equations with fractions involves the same steps that we learned before, but now we're only adding fractions to it. All right. Thank you very much.